Hello everyone. As we know, today we are going to start the new topic, and this topic is regarding the biotechnology and the principles and the processes which are involved in developing the biotic organism or modification of the genetic characters of the biological organisms through bioengineering. So, technology basically it deals with the techniques which are being used to you can say change or incorporate some of the changes at their genetic level. As you know, most of the organisms they are having DNA or RNA as their genetic material. So most of the things which are being you can say transformed or changed, it these processes are basically being done at the level of the genes or the genetic information which is being carried by the chromosome, either in the form of DNA or RNA. So in this chapter basically we will study how the organisms they are being transformed and why we need to change their genetic composition. What is the basic purpose? If see, if nature has already given some information and they have pre-planned the information inside the organisms through the nucleus or you can say genetic material, then why we as a human beings, why we need to change those informations which are already present there? So there are always certain set of significance or you can say importance which are lying behind these technological advances, in which most of the organism they are being treated in a way that we need to harness the maximum benefit for our human society. So as you can say that most of the biotechnological processes are basically devised or developed for the human welfare. So our very basic aim is to define why this term biotechnology is being introduced and what is the ultimate you can say the definition for this biotechnologically. As most of the scientists which are on progression to create certain characters or features in different set of organisms for the benefit of human beings, and whatever significance they are willing to draw from those organisms. So depending upon those applications, they have tried to classify or they have tried to define these that is this term biotechnology into different differently. So most accepted definition which is being given in your book is according to the European Federation of Biotechnology, which has given the definition of biotechnology that encompasses both traditional view, what the classical scientists they were thinking, and the modern molecular biotechnologists what they are thinking. So the integrated definition which includes the conventional thought process and the modern thought process of the different scientists, it has been clubbed and they have tried to define it. So let's see what is the definition. So as you can see here over the screen that according to the European Federation of the Biotechnology, the integration of natural sciences. See, integration of natural sciences, it means either you can take the branch of physics, chemistry, and most of the biochemical agents they are being classified and we are studying in chemistry also, that is in organic chemistries. Okay, likewise the methods or the techniques or the instrument through which we are changing the genetic character of any organism, for that we are using physical sciences. So physical sciences or chemical sciences and the biological sciences or whatever be the type of interpretation which is to be encoded for certain set of desirable results what we want to have in the particular organism. Basically for that they have used this term, that is integration of the natural sciences pertaining to the different organisms. Now this information or you can say the integration of the allied sciences, what will they do? they'll try to incorporate the changes into the organisms or into the cells or parts of the different, you can say, parts of the different organisms. Likewise, the molecular analogs for the products and services. So whatever change they are being desiring, they can be brought up only when certain set of informations are being incorporated by the application of different sciences. So they have tried to explain you this information by giving you the core concept, that is what is the basic principles of biotechnology. So uh, there are two basic methodologies, or you can say the principles based on which the biotechnological applications are being, you can say, practiced. So the very first principle is the genetic engineering. So what do you mean by this? uh, as the name refers, it is basically the engineering, or you can say the type of change we want to have in the organism's uh, body with respect to the genetic composition what it is having. Suppose this is the organism, and you are having a certain set of information either in the form of DNA. Then if you are able to change the information which is being processed by the DNA of this organism, then that process which is being performed over this organism is basically the genetic engineering. Now, to maintain such you can say conditions, and to perform these experiments, the very next and very essential requirement is that no, you can say, a foreign gene, that is, this is suppose this is foreign gene which is of non significance to us, non importance to us, and suppose we are trying to incorporate this particular gene inside this organism, then there are possibilities that we are trying to incorporate this labeled portion, that is one which is able to change or transform the organism into the type of organism what we are willing to have, so as to get the benefit. But if we are not able to control the environmental conditions either in the form of aseptic conditions, or you can say the sterile condition, then there are probabilities or possibilities that most anything can happen, and the type of change which we want to have in this genomic component, it will not be we are able to see in that particular form. So the next very important thing in case of biotechnology, or which is the principle, basic principle, is the bioprocess engineering. So what is happening in this case? It is basically the maintenance of aseptic conditions through which the genetic engineering, that is change in the DNA, can be performed. So let's see what is the basic purpose or significance, you can say, of genetic engineering, or you can say biotechnology. So why we need to change the genomic component of any organism? There are key features you can list out based on the information or the practice what the world level biotechnologists or scientists they are doing, that they want to change the chromosomal set, or you can say the gene of the organism, so as to bring the variation in the organism. So it can you can easily imagine, and you already have this information, that most of the organisms which are performing the sexual mode of reproduction, they are able to bring out the variations into the population, or you can say offspring, which will ultimately help them to you can say survive in the environment and sustain in the environment. And they actually provides the opportunity for the you can say high level of characters, or that type of characters which are ultimately helpful for those organisms to cope up with the change in the environment. So whatever type of variation is occurring inside the body of the organism, it ultimately leads to the you can say adaptations with respect to the environmental conditions which are being changed. So this is the very first you can say important concept which scientists they are keeping in their mind, why they need to perform these genetical experiments over the organisms, because they want to have variations for any purpose they want, what is desirable to them. Either they are able to produce medicines, or they are able to produce biofertilizers, or any other set of you can say benefit products which these organisms on modification of their genetic characters are able to uh, uh, get out of this. Likewise, uh, most of the variations and you can say the stability of the population, it is being uh, maintained only when there is hybridization of the characters. So hybrids are always beneficial, or you can say they are carrying the mixing characters, either from the same species or from the species which we are willing to obtain. So most of the biotechnological process they are having you can say the techniques which are very very common, and inside your book 3 to 4 important techniques are being listed out, and these techniques are basically the formation or creation of recombinant DNA, next is the gene cloning method, and third one is gene transfer. So as you know, what is recombinant DNA? For that I have already made some information pertaining to this. You can see here. See in this picture, which is basic step, that how the genetic character or you can say the basic nature of the RNA or DNA, it can be changed. Suppose this is the organism in which we need to change the genetic character. See, there is one very very basic question which we need to understand, that why only the lower category of organisms or bacterial cells, they are being utilized for transforming experiments or for biotechnological processes. So the answer is basically lies in this fact that most of the bacterial cells, or you can say single cell organisms, they are having low molecular genetic material, or in which the base pairs are less as compared to the organisms that we can think of changing or we can take them as an experimental organism. So it is very very helpful for us or significant for us to take those organisms in which the genetic character or the level of information which is to be incorporated should be easily maintained in the cell, and it should be easily able to replicate. So for this purpose we generally prefer to have the lower organisms like bacteria. And you know that most of the bacteria, they don't have nucleus, and generally they are prokaryotic in nature. So in them the nucleoid is the basic you can say the basic structure through which the information for the organism is being processed, and it is being passed on from one parent cell to the daughter cells. So you can see here the circular DNA, that is a plasmid, and this plasmid is basically carrying the informations, that is base pairs. So whenever we need to suppose we need to incorporate this foreign DNA of our importance, that is able to produce certain set of, you can say, antibiotics in the organism, or we want to develop some antibiotics or any other chemical which is being of very very significant for the human welfare, then for such information which is to be you can say channelized, which is being to be we need to bring out from these organisms. For that, what we need to do, we need to first of all what steps we are following is that first of all we need to cut the segment of these vector DNA. So as you can say, most of the bacteria in which the DNA or you can say plasmids which are being cut out, for that the molecular scissors are there, and these molecular scissors are the structures, or you can say the agents which help us to cut the desirable segment of the length from the bacteria. So here you can see, suppose we want to cut this portion which is having certain set of information and it is being labeled as A. So we need to cut, and for that we are applying the restriction endonuclease here. So this restriction endonuclease, what they will do, they'll try to cut the particular segment of information from the point where we want to add the foreign molecule. So for this, two types of cuts are being observed by the restriction endonuclease. One is basically known as staggered cuts, and second one is equal cuts. So staggered and equational cuts are different types of cuts which is being made by the restriction endonuclease. As you can see in this picture, while application of this restriction endonuclease, how the cuts are being developed in the bacterial plasmid. Now if after removal of this you can say, if we remove this, now the plasmid is free for the insertion of the you can say it is free to get insert this bacterial you can say whatever be the type of genome we want to add here, it is being easily fixed out here. Like this, the type of segment which is being developed, it is the part of bacterial cell. So I have not shown here the bacterial cell, it is being shown here. So after you can say modification of the genome of the bacteria by the different tools of the biotechnology, now the gene which is being obtained is a recombinant DNA. So this is basically a recombinant DNA. And the very first step of the formation of recombinant DNA is basically being you can say obtained by doing certain set of experiments. So now we are able to obtain the bacteria with the desirable nature of gene. Now when the bacteria it replicates, they undergo reproduction. So the information which is being carried over by this bacterial cell is being transferred to the progeny cells. So in this way the bacteria is able to transmit, or you can say transform, the information which we have added in the cell of this or you can say the nucleoid of this bacteria, which is now being utilized for our own benefit, because no one is so much you can say see, most of the things which scientists they are doing, they are ultimately doing it for the benefit of the society and mankind. So such type of experiments, what they are doing over these microbial agents is basically to obtain certain either drugs they want to have for the benefit of uh, you can say insulin is the example for that. So insulin, other genes, bt cotton you have already studied in the previous section. So cotton is also a type of biotechnological seed of the cotton, which is being when planted into the soil, the bacteria, you can say the organism infesting over these plants, they are not able to you can say digest the leaves as cry proteins or the blocking proteins, which are being fixed by the scientist on the at the genetic level of the bacteria, that is bacillus thuringiensis. It will block the you can say esophageal membranes of the larva or the caterpillar, or you can say the insect infesting over them. So they ultimately die without using the chemical fertilizers or any other you can say pesticides to kill those organisms. We have ultimately incorporated such technologies through which we are able to protect the plants from the infestors, or you can say predators. Likewise, if suppose there are a scarcity of water, certain plants they are not able to tolerate the humid conditions and saline nature of the soil, and if pH level is also not appropriate, then also we can change the genetic information of that particular plant by doing this recombinant technology at the genetic level, and due to which the seed which is being obtained is able to show the drought resistant, you can say heat resistance. Like these are all the characters which we have already studied in lower classes also, where the different type of plants which are being grown off with the help of these biotechnological implications, and these are now studied under the section of crop improvement and variety improvement, so as to bring out the maximum output with the minimum input. So it is the ultimate aim of the biotechnology. Now after listening this, you might have understood that the basic method, that is either it could be a recombinant DNA fragment formation, or when it is being replicated in the organism, it is gene cloning, and then this gene, it can be transferred from one organism to another organism. So we can basically list the basic 3 steps in the genetically modified organisms, and these are we need to first of all identify the DNA. We need to identify the DNA with desirable genes. So this is the very best basic and important step. Now how these desirable gene, it has to be introduced into the host organism, or you can say bacterial cell. So for that we have recombinant DNA technology. Now the third important step is the maintenance of introduced DNA into the host organism. So this was all about what the biotechnology is, and how the informations are being changed, processed and transformed from one organism to the different organism, and how these transformed genes or recombinant genes, you can say, or DNA, they are being able to or you can say they are actually significant for the human purposes, different human purposes. So in the next section of information, we'll study about what are the tools of recombinant DNA technology, and how the mechanism of you can say recombinant DNA fragments they are being formed. Thank you so much.